Yeah, okay. Welcome back. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let's continue from what we have in our previous meeting. Okay, so instantaneous velocity. Okay, the concept of instantaneous velocity. Yeah, it means that. Okay. Nah. Okay. If we take a look back into the concept that we have discussed in the previous video, the concept of average, the concept of average velocity. The concept of average velocity is the concept when, I have told you that in every point, the car can be the velocity of the car can be different, can be different. So the velocity at point 1 is different with the velocity of the car at point 2, at point 3. So there are a lot of change in real life of moving car. The concept of instantaneous velocity is to find the exact value, of velocity of moving objects in an exact point. So I will make it simple. So let's say this is the point A and this is the point B, and then this is the path. So there is people move from A to B, let's say, from A to B. And let's say that is the distance between A and B is, let's say, 10 meters. And then we divide this line into, let's say, this is 0 meter, this is 2 meter, this is 4 meter, this is 6 meter, 8 meter, and 10 meter. Nah, the concept of instantaneous velocity is to find the value of this person in every point. Let's say we want to know the velocity of this person in point 4, or in point 8. So we are not dealing with the average, but in only exact point or in only a single location. So that is the concept of instantaneous velocity. Okay. Nah, in the concept of instantaneous velocity, we have to use our knowledge of calculus. So as you can see in the screen, there is a derivation. So this is the operation of derivation. Derivation, which is, you can find this concept in calculus. And I hope you don't have any problem with calculus, because this calculus is also a simple one. I mean, we know that there is a lot of derivation, and we have already learned it in senior high school. But in this case, the derivation is only the simple one. So you don't have to be worried, about what kind of derivation, what kind of derivation that will be in this topic, because in this topic the derivation will be simple. So the derivation. Nah, we use dx, dx per dt. So actually d have connection with delta. So dx is like delta x, and then the dt is like delta t. Yeah? But the delta is used when the difference between 2 points is high. Yeah? But in delta, yeah, the difference between point A and point B, yeah, is very small. Yeah. So if so distance between A and B is 10 meters. Yeah, and it is considered as a high difference. Yeah, so we can use delta. Yeah, but when the difference is very small, it's very small because we are going to find the exact value of point. Yeah, then the difference is must be very small. Yeah, so it's not 10 meter. Yeah, if 10 meter is we can use delta x because it is a high number. Yeah, it's considered as high number. Yeah, but in physics, yeah, small number, really small number. Yeah, really small, very small. Yeah, very small difference, yeah, is written with the d. Yeah, with d. Yeah. So if dx, it means the difference between A and B is very small. Yeah, the delta is like 0.0000 blah 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 1. Yeah, but it is not 0. Yeah, but it is very close to 0, but it's not 0. Yeah, so this one will be defined as dx. Yeah. Okay, so it's dx. Yeah, so and if you take a look, yeah, on this symbol, yeah, we don't use average here because we are not calculating the average value of velocity. Yeah. In average velocity, the symbol is VAVG. Yeah, we have average, but because we find the because we are calculating the instantaneous velocity, instantaneous velocity, yeah, then the symbol will be only v x. Yeah, yeah. The x means the direction. Yeah, the direction of the velocity is on the straight line. Yeah, or in the horizontal line. Yeah. If the velocity is going up or going out down, yeah, vertically, yeah, the v will be vy, yeah, vx and also vy, yeah, vy or vx, yeah. It depends on the direction of the velocity, yeah, because velocity is vector, so direction is really considered in this case. Yeah. Okay, so this is the velocity, yeah. Okay, so this is example. Yeah, you can just read it by yourself. But I want to, yeah, it will take a lot of time because there are a lot of questions, A, B, C, and D. Yeah, but in this case, I want to explain some of them. Yeah, but only 2 or only 1 question because other question is just remind you about our previous topic in our previous video. Yeah. Because in this video, we are learning about instantaneous velocity. So I will do the example which focused only on the instantaneous velocity. Yeah. The most important point, yeah, when we want to find the value of instantaneous velocity, yeah, we have to know the equation of position. Yeah. x equals to 20 plus 50 t to the power of 2 ya. M here is matter, so I don't rate it because M is just the unit ya. So I try to eliminate this because sometimes if we put the unit inside the equation, it can be confusing for us ya. So I will rewrite the equation, but in this case I will remove the unit ya. This is called with equation of position, equation of position. And don't worry, this equation can be different. It depends on the problem. Yeah. So the problem will tell us the equation. So we don't have to remember it. Yeah. The only formula that we need to remember is this one. Yeah. This one, you have to memorize this, and also this one, this one, it has to be memorized. But in this occasion only, the equation of position will be provided by the problem maker. I mean by the problem or by the example. So don't worry, don't worry to memorize this equation. Because it can be changed for every problem. It has their own equation of position. Okay. And then and in this, I will take example of point C. Find its instantaneous velocity at t1. T1 1 second. So I will put this one only because there are a lot of t. T1. The T1 is 1 second. Okay. Now we are going to find the instantaneous velocity. Vx equals to dx per dt. It means that the Vx, I think it's too big. Vx. I try to not confuse you with the bigger V, because bigger V means volume, not velocity. So dx, so the dx will be changed with this number, So it d 20 plus 50 t to the power of 2, dt. In this case, we can use our knowledge of derivation, So the variable is t, because this one is t, So in this case, we have to derive. We have to derive this number based on the variable, which is t. So the 10 will be the 20 will be removed, and then 2 times 50 t. Okay, so this is the derivation, So it Vx, So Vx equals to 100 t, so this is the equation of instantaneous velocity, So this is the equation of instantaneous velocity. Now the question is, we have to find the instantaneous velocity at time equals to 1 second. So we put this one, t1 equals to 1 second. So the Vx, 100 times by T1, yeah. T1 is 1. So this is the this is the result, yeah. Okay, now let's take a look on our it's 5, yeah. Okay, let me check it first. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, yeah. It's not 50, but only 5, yeah. Yeah, because it's 5.0, yeah. So it's 5, only 5. It's only 5 also. So it's also 5, yeah. So it will be 10, yeah. So it's 10 times 1. So it must be only 10. Yeah, so this is the result, yeah, of the question. Okay. If you want to know more, you can just read, yeah, because there are a lot of questions, yeah, A, B, C, yeah, and then D, yeah, but I only focus on C, yeah, which tells us about the concept of instantaneous velocity. Okay, I think that's enough for this video, and see you on the next video. Yeah.